Since day one, we have told you that the violence in Khargone in Madhya Pradesh during Ram Navami wasn't spontaneous. We have been showing you videos after videos that conclusively bust the theory that the riots were a response to provocation from Ram Bhakts. Before I move on and show you those videos, watch the testimonies of victims, people who were at the receiving end of unprovoked rampage. Hear how they tell you what was the meticulous planning that went behind the rampage. It's the very same area where 16-year-old Shivam was attacked, the boy who now battles for life in a hospital for really no fault of his. He only left his home to go to a temple on Ram Navami, exercise his basic rights in a democracy, but pelted with stones to the point, viewers, where his condition is critical. But listen to these testimonies first.
इस वक्त हम उस जगह पर खड़े हैं। ये जमींदार मोहल्ला है पीछे, और मेरे पीछे जमींदार मोहल्ला है, और कैमरामैन के पीछे जो है वो खस बाड़ी मोहल्ला है। दो समुदाय के बीच का ये जो एरिया है, यहाँ 10 तारीख को जो बलवा मचा हुआ था, पत्थरबाजी जो हुई थी, देखिए आप, पूरा जो सड़क है वो साफ कर दी गई है। ईंट और पत्थरों से किस कदर हमलेबाजी शुरू हुई थी यहाँ पर।
बहुत सारे आ गए थे, पत्थर चालू कर दिया उन्होंने, फाटक तोड़ दिया, अंदर घुसने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, ऊपर से भी पत्थर फेंके, बाटल फेंकी है, गाड़ी को आग के हवाले कर दिया है, पूरे घर को झुकना चाहते थे आग के हवाले।
वहां देखिए आप, गोफन जैसा लगाया गया है। इनका कहना है कि वहां से पत्थरबाजी होती है, गुलेल, बड़ी गुलेल जिसे बोलेंगे।
ये गुलेल लगी हुई है, इधर कपड़ों से ढक दिया इन्होंने।
अच्छा।
और यहाँ से पत्थर आए हमारे ऊपर।
तो वहां एक गोफन जैसा, जिसे बड़ी गुलेल बोलते हैं, वो लगा दिया गया था। हालांकि उन्होंने साड़ी से ढका हुआ है, ट्रांसपेरेंट वे में हम थोड़ा उसे देख पा रहे हैं। तो ये यहाँ पर रबड़ भी लगी हुई थी, इनका कहना है।
ये गोफन है, उसमें अभी भी रबड़ लगी हुई है, वो आपको दिखने नहीं साड़ी ढकेगा होने के कारण, लेकिन रबर अभी भी उसमें लगी हुई, गोफन कंप्लीट बनी हुई।
तो क्या पत्थर चलाते हैं उस तरह?
पत्थर उससे चलाते हैं। पत्थर उससे चले थे, हम तो बाहर ही नहीं निकल पाए।
Unprovoked viewers, what have you been told? You've been told that Ram Bhakts on Ram Navami with DJs in tow played provocative music to antagonize the other community, which elicited a violent reaction. Well, viewers, 5 videos have now surfaced which shows that innocent bystanders in their homes were targeted. They were not part of any procession. They weren't walking around outside mosques with DJ music which was provocative or hateful in any which way. The first video, the first on top, the left-hand screen shows, viewers, is that people went past a mosque, that's what is being claimed, and provoked those inside. Now look here, how a house was pelted with stones by a mob, attacked by people bearing wooden clubs. No fault of the people inside. They never passed a mosque and provoked anyone. People sitting inside their houses are being pelted and attacked for what? Look at those pictures very clearly. Another video, second video, viewers, you were told that the procession was the aggressor. Well, here you have a rioter not just pelting stones but brandishing a sword. Very clearly visible. Brandishing a sword, going out there right in the middle of your screens, viewers. If this was a spontaneous reaction to a provocation, where did the sword come from? And the videos go on detailing how some of the individuals have been targeted without provocation. I want to open this up. I want to bring in the Congress spokesperson on the show right now on this story, as well as, of course, Mr. Guru Prakash of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, I just want to ask a simple question of you, Mr. Madan. On what basis is the claim being made that this entire episode, cutting across 8 states, was a reaction to provocation from the right wing? When you see this video evidence, on what basis?
So Rahulji, one thing is very, very clear that in this video, it is being shown that there are some individuals, and it is clear in these videos, and I would say this in most unequivocal terms, that these are rioters, these people are rioters, and these people should not be spared, and the government should use all their resources, all their investigating.
So would you, sir, as an independent voice who acknowledges, one second, who acknowledges, this is very important. Let's take it step by step.
Yes.
And let's take it step by step. You said that it's quite clear that these individuals are equally guilty, if not responsible, for what happened. Okay. So on what basis is Rahul Gandhi going out there, sir, and talking about Hindutva terror?
Let me tell you.
And not Tamancha and Talwar terror?
So let me tell you.
Is it appeasement?
Rahul ji.
And what basis has he made these conclusions? Simple question.
Rahul ji, do you have seen any Congress leader making any kind of provocative statements in Khargone MP? The answer is no. And if you ask this question to
Sir,
BJP,
I can
there
tell
are
you about
reports.
Khargone,
No, Rahul, I am making an important point. Allow me to make a point. No, allow me to make a point, please. Now, if you ask the same question to the BJP, there are reports that suggest that Kapil Mishra was indeed there. And if those videos are correct, he was making provocative speeches. And just to quote him, he said that agar nahi utoge, to tumhari bhi Kashmir file banegi. That is point number one. Point number two, you showed very candidly in your video that it is being shown that people had swords, etc. Stones were there at the rooftops. So, meaning thereby you're
Mr.
trying
Madan,
to say that
can I
it was
just ask
planned.
you a simple question?
Let me complete, Rahul
A few days before, 1 minute, a few days before, during the Ram, no, because on this matter you said, have you shown, can you show me any Congress leader? And I will talk to you, sir, about Rahul Gandhi. He justified vigilantism.
Rahul ji, allow me to complete, please. Allow me to complete, please. You have not answered, you have not basically appreciated my question. I'm saying...
No, I have appreciated your question. You are saying that BJP leaders provoked a response. Okay, that's what you're saying, right? BJP leaders, by making hate-induced speeches, provoked a response. That's what you're saying, right?
It appears like that.
It appears like that.
It appears
so you're
like
not even certain, but it appears. Okay.
It appears, of course, yes.
It appears.
Only the investigation. Again,
does that still justify, sir, a violent reaction?
Of course not. I am saying that.
What are you justifying then?
No, I am saying that the rioters
are you saying that someone should react violently, go into homes of those who are peaceful, pelt stones at a 16-year-old boy's head because they lost their mind because some Joe Blow BJP leader made some provocative statements? By that yardstick, sir, every Kashmiri Hindu should be picking up a gun and walking through Lal Chowk shooting people up.
Rahul ji, let me tell you very briefly what the law is, and BJP spokesperson is also a law professor. He would agree with me that the actual rioters are as guilty as the person who was giving provocative speeches.
Let me tell you, there was a provocative speech given by Mr. Rahul Gandhi, your senior leader, sir, who came out and said, talking in the context of a Dalit family, if I were in your place, I would have used violence to settle scores.
I get your drift here.
I'm not getting my drift, sir. You're not getting my drift. I'm only giving you the facts. Let me give Mr. Let me ask Mr. Guru Prakash. How do you respond to this, Mr. Guru Prakash? Your leaders instigated this violence, which led to a violent backlash, which has left people like Shivan in hospital battling for their lives. Respond.
No, Rahulji, this is very unfortunate because my friend on the other side, he is failing to acknowledge the role of the SP who has taken a bullet for maintaining the law and order. He is failing to acknowledge the duty of a TI, the Thana inspector who was injured very badly, who has taken an injury on his head just for the sake of law and order. And we must understand the design of the Congress party, the argument of the liberals that Ram Navami mein Jai Shri Ram ke naare lag rahe the. What sort of hatred is this? What sort of venom are you spreading in the name of appeasement? It is the design of Congress party. When back in 2007, and let me educate my friend from the other side, that it is the Congress party. In 2007, when the Prime Minister of India says that is desh ke sansadnon pe pehla hak Musalmanon ka hai. What is this? If this is not appeasement, you are so much.
Okay, one second, Mr. Guru Prakash.
That you are failing.
Mr. Guru Prakash, I want us to look at some pictures on your screens. 1 second. I just want to very quickly, look, there are no innocents in this, viewers. All Times Now is trying to do is to balance this story out in the narrative, to show that there have been many unprovoked attacks on people who wanted to celebrate and mark the Navami of Lord Ram. But I also want you to see these pictures. Mr. Madan says, can you point one Congress leader or someone sympathetic to the Congress point of view? There is Mr. Matloob in Karoli. Viewers, what is Mr. Matloob doing in Karoli? Mr. Matloob in Karoli, Congress ally, leading rioters, walking alongside the police. Has he been arrested? No. He's on the run. I'll take a short break. I'll be back in 2 minutes, viewers.